Watchers, I haven't done any videos for a while. I know I haven't done anything about the criminal organisation called the DWP. Anyway, I've started reading this here book here, yeah. The Department, how a violent government bureaucracy killed hundreds and hid the evidence. This book, uh, it's a real eye opener. It goes through 30 years of violence and murder against the disabled and the vulnerable by the evil satanic organisation commonly known as the DWP. And basically, it's taken me a while to read it because it's very stressful. I have to sort of like either want to cry or I want to just start swearing my head off about these evil bastards called the commonly known as the DWP. But I'll try and review it at some point. But I have a few recent testimonies from people. The Department of Worry and Persecution, the death cult that is the DWP, are still inflicting pain and torturing and killing people as we speak. The Labour government, being piss weak, is allowing the civil servants to bring things in to make it easier for them to kill people they consider of no value to the state. The ideology that is driving it is statist to the point where they do not actually believe in society, and basically if you can't work you should die, and that's basically what their ideology is. But I'm getting some interesting things here. Hold on, I'll go through this. I won't be naming any names. The DWP don't give a shit. Yeah, I know. I lost a friend all because he took his pip car back, being afraid of driving down a lane to kill himself. He got his pip stopped and was forced to repay back ESA. They even demanded to repay back the cost of living. These people who made his life hell and forced his hand to his death, the people who works for the DWP, are scum. Right, now, okay, so he took his car back to stop him going down the lane and topping himself. They were already torturing him. So, being a bunch of bullies, they saw the opportunity to torture him more to the point of death. This is how evil they are. They do kill people on purpose. Yeah, I got that. They stopped our benefits to kill my disabled wife, so the debt started building up, and they were the first to threaten legal action over £500. Shocking. Poxy £500 threaten legal action, knowing they've got no money. It's psychological warfare on purpose. It absolutely is. I mean, all this sounds very familiar, and all this in it. I can tell you for a fact it's all true. The DWP kill people on purpose. Right, what else have we got? Oh, what have we here? Let's have a look at this. Mum died on Monday. Today she received a £50 civil penalty for not letting DWP know soon enough. She was in hospital and had been overpaid £73.90 in allowances. The traumatic experience of hospitalisation and loss of mental capacity was deemed not a reasonable excuse. Fuck this world. See, they're stressing somebody else out. They do it on purpose. They are absolute fucking psychopathic bullies. I mean, they're bullying someone who's lost his mum, causing stress, saying that she owes them 50 quid and hospitalisation, loss of mental capacity, It's not a reasonable excuse. And she's gone now, and they keep going. They are absolute psychotic bastards. They really are. What have we got here? We had a year-long battle with... Hold on. Yeah. We had a year-long battle with DWP and HMRC. I bet Revenue and Customs tend to be all right. The DWP hate people. Anyway, let's have a look. It seems through the trauma of dying from cancer, she forgot to phone and cancel her pension. See, they're being sarcastic. I mean, like, good defence. Here it comes. When I tried to do it after she passed, I could see why dealing with some fuckwit who badly had a grasp of English, telling me I needed her permission to speak to them. Okay, so yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, totally forgot to phone them to count events and the trauma. Right, he could see why dealing with some fuckwit who badly... Right, he could understand why, well, you really don't want to be talking to him. So some idiot on the end of the phone told this person they needed her permission to speak to them, though she was dead. Okay. The reply was, she's dead, I can't ask her. The reply after this was, oh well, we do need her permission to talk to you. This is both evil and moronic, this is, isn't it? I sent you a copy of the death certificate last week, so I sent a copy of the death certificate. That doesn't give us permission to talk to you. So, well, I mean, if you send them a sick note from the doctor saying that they're not fit for work, they'll say that isn't valid. We believe you are fit for work. So a death certificate doesn't actually mean anything to them either. I mean, right. And they are a criminal organisation who have been murdering people for years. But this is criminal as well. Listen to this. The DWP has failed to pass its audit 37 years in a row. According to the National Audit Office's own report published on their website, there are no material levels of fraud and error in DWP accounts. That means for the 37th year in a row, the department has received a qualified audit opinion because the numbers cannot be signed off cleanly. If a private company failed its audit once, there would be outrage. Twice, there would be resignations. 37 times. But well, they don't need to do the audit, do they? I mean, like, they're a criminal organisation. I mean, basically, so fuck the audits. 37 times. So, and all the accounts apparently are still in order, even though they haven't signed off any anything for 37 years. This is insane. A company, a private company, if it did that, it would cease to exist. How on earth has this been allowed to continue for nearly 4 decades? And why is this not front page national news? This is not a one-off mistake. It's systematic failure normalised. I mean, it's systematic. I mean, this is a systematic failure to do that. There's also the systematic failure to cover up their murders, because they are murdering people. They are killing disabled people and the vulnerable on purpose. That's what they do. And they've failed to cover that up. And if you look at every case I've come across, and you look at this book, they all follow the same pattern for 40 years. They all follow. This happens, someone dies, cover it up, get exposed, blah blah blah. We'll make changes. Don't make any changes because well the policies are working. Okay, somebody else has died. Oh, that's right. Oh well, that doesn't really matter. They haven't caught somebody else. Many thousands. They've killed thousands of people. They're a bunch of fucking serial killers. And every now and then they get rumbled and they start trying. As soon as somebody dies, they go for a cover up. But and so often they, I mean, one of the things they do is start deleting stuff from their files to cover up what they've been doing, and it's on purpose. I mean, they're a law unto themselves, and as a law unto themselves, I guess they don't need to pass their audit, do they? I mean, qualify on the regular of DWP accounts for 24-25 due to what? This was the 37th year in which DWP accounts had been qualified due to material fraud and error. State pension is excluded from the qualification because it has a significantly lower level of fraud and error. Oh my word, they've covered it up. So, I mean, when they actually, so next time they talk about wanting to deal with benefit fraud, just mention that they haven't passed their audit for 37 years. They want to talk about benefit fraud. The DWP hasn't passed their audit for 37 years. Why? Well, the thing, actually, we know why. The people who are committing the fraud are people who work for the fucking DWP. The evil, satanic DWP commit benefit fraud. They stop people's benefit for no reason other than to kill them and things like that. They're absolute psychopaths. This is true. And as I said, in this and other stories, they all follow the same pattern. It is on purpose. The DWP kill people on purpose, and they've been doing it for decades. Anyway, I think that's short enough, isn't it? Yeah. Shalom, salam, Pax Christi, Reign Tal Christo. Adios.